Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today Brendan's out here. It's bright and early. We got to get some work done on the show cars because a couple of them are going back to California and they're going to come pick them up in about a week. So we got to work on the Opel. We got to swap the intake because we pulled the blower off that car and we put it on the Fairmont because blowers are expensive, our budgets are low, so we have to keep moving that blower around from car to car. So now that car is disabled, so we're going to pull the blower intake off and we'll find a regular single plane intake, put on it with a carburetor, and get it running and driving so we can load it up, ship it out of here. And then the Drag-Kota, Cotton smashed it to the side of a hill and ripped the rack apart. So we're going to try and fix the rack that's on it. If not, we'll have to go to the parts store and get another Mustang 2 rack. And yeah, then during the day we'll be working on random stuff and cleaning the shop. The Impala runs, so that's good, so we can pull it in and out. And yeah, so let's get after it. Give her one full pat to the floor. I've never had a functioning choke on a car besides this one. There you go. Oops. Ah. Oh, the alternator's good. You like it?
Oh yeah.
I love this car. All right, so the Lambo currently doesn't run. We got to figure out. Damn, this floor is dirty.
Just a little bit.
It currently doesn't run, so we got to figure out what the heck's wrong with it because it did run fine. We worked on it after it caught on fire, and it was just an oil cooler line that got against the exhaust. So we fixed it, but now it currently doesn't run. So we're going to drag it up there, figure that out, and the Drag-Kota is tucked behind it. So we got to get this out, and then drag the Drag-Kota out, and get these both running today. Something hit on the bottom. I'm glad this car's fake and we don't really like it. Brandon went to get our air tank because we got to air it up because it's laid out right now. So this is the valve for the front. Put air there. This thing's on air rod, so it'll air up the front, and the back has a Schrader valve also right underneath here. So air up the back because it's also laid out. It looks cool though. It's on the ground, but we have to fix this. Right now everything's kind of ratchet strapped together because the front end's tore apart. We get the header tube smashed in from where the tire rolled back and smashed into the chassis right there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a good half moon right there. So, but all we need to do today is get it back running, fix the rack and pinion on it. Now this thing's ready to go. All right, so what we're gonna try and do is take the wheel and tire off and see if we can get the ball back up into the socket there for the rack. So I've never had one of these come apart, so I don't know if that's possible, but we're gonna give it a shot versus replacing the whole rack. But we did quite a bit of damage. This looks like it's kind of leaned in, but it's not. The wheel's bent big time. So the wheel took a good shot. So pop the rack back together. So I think it still needs to be replaced, so I'm gonna make sure to make a note to replace that, replace the wheel. It's badly damaged, so that way if somebody else gets in this truck and tries to use it, they won't be surprised and get hurt. Real bad exhaust leaks, and I think the tire hitting the header here and shoving it into this bar, it broke the header tubes off the flange here, so that's not good. Yep, on that one. So well, that sucks, but at least it's running. The rack's semi-fixed, so this thing can be loaded on transport, shipped back to California, and put in storage. Well, the Lambo is having some issues. We actually had this running after it caught on fire. We fixed it. It was an oil line, which I can show you. One of the oil cooler lines got on the exhaust, and Cotton fixed it. He just sliced it and put a barb to barb fitting in between it where it had melted. And but now, like I said, it was running, but I guess from sitting, the carburetor is completely seized up. Like it will not move. It's like locked up. This throttle shaft right here is completely seized up. So we're gonna rip that off. It needs to be replaced anyway. It's bad. So I'm gonna rip that off, run into the store, get a carburetor of some sorts, and try and get it running. The starter's still not working either, so we got to figure that out. But we're gonna bring this baby back to life. Damn. Okay, try and move the throttle shaft. Uh-oh. Keep going. Open up the secondaries.
Nothing.
Stuck. Yeah, they're all seized up. So this is when it caught on fire and it was hosed down with a fire extinguisher. This is the remnants of that thing. That's a shame. We can keep it for parts. We can use little stuff off of it here and there.
You know, like all the stuff that's falling.
Pretty much. All right, Brendan got our new piece made. Got it bolted on there. It's not very, pretty as far as paint, but it's gonna work, and it's gonna be stronger than what was on there to begin with. So now we can actually steer this thing again. I gotta get it over there and pull the blower intake off of it and put a regular single 4-barrel carburetor intake on there, just to get this thing running enough to get it on a trailer and on transport to get back to California for storage. Because we have to make room for new projects, and I don't see us using this car much anymore, so. It's really cool though, even I miss it. How you feel, Brandon? Is this the first time in a funny car?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It sure is. It's kind of comedic.
Yeah? You fit in it okay, or?
Well, on the left side, yeah. I don't see, no. Like there's a brake. There's throat.
Is it awkward?
Yeah, more like a clown car. Short up car.
All right, now just picture a 4-inch spacer, 671, 2 carburetors. The view was pretty good.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's get to the shop.
More gooder.
I had no idea I had that intake. I've got several, but that one's in a box. So this car is probably going to California. It may get sold. We may never see it again. I'm not really sure, but I didn't want to put like a really good intake on it, just to let it go to waste. So I put what I had on there. I'm letting that set up for a second. Get our silicone gaskets ready to go. We have our carburetor. This is a Holley 750 mechanical secondary. This came off the death metal Charger when it had the 383 Mopar engine in it before he swapped it to a 2JZ. So this was in our storage shop for a while. I put it on the 57, then I ended up changing it again, but it's been sitting on the shelf, so we're going to donate it to the cause and put it on the funny car. There you have it. The Opel and Drag-Kota are back running again. They can now go to storage in California so they can be put inside, not left outdoors, because I am completely out of room here. We have new projects coming in for the show, so we got to clear some space. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.